thank you again for making the time to, come over here for the podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to talk about film and excited about to talk about your background.
Yeah, of course. Film's great.
So let's go ahead and get started from the beginnings, your childhood. Obviously, you're into film now, but what were some of those early inklings and got you into the category?
Honestly, I don't know what it was, to be honest. I mean, I do, but I don't know what made me so in love with it, because my whole family's in film. My uncle, he's a producer. My cousins are producers, but they're more technical, DPs. My sister's in it. It's I don't know what it is. It's my mom and dad aren't even anything close to film. They don't like film like that. Like me, I'm a nerd, My mom, she's a hairstylist. My dad, he works for bread routes for Oral Wheat. That's where did film come from? I really think it's that side of the family. My dad's brother, he's like I said, the producer, and then my cousins, they're in it, and I think I just fell in love with it after that. Just started taking pictures on a little camera, and then I just started upgrading. And I just fell in love with it. So,
were there any early movies in your childhood that really stood out to you that you gravitated towards?
Worked on, or
No, more so just you as a viewer.
honestly, I can't remember. I watched so many, but the one that's always stick to me, and I even have a tattoo of it, it's Interstellar. And when it came out, I didn't really care for it, right? I watched it, I was like, oh, this was awesome. But then I watched it again as I got older, and I cried. I straight up, I was like, oh my God, this is hitting me way harder. And that's when I fell in love with Nolan. I love Christopher Nolan. And I don't know, that movie, just the story, the score, just everything about it. I could rewatch it a million times and notice all these small different, little things that pop up on it. And that one for sure, 100%. Yeah.
So as you get into your adolescence, right, and then you go to college, was that something you knew right away you were gonna pick this as a degree or a major to pursue?
No, surprisingly, at first I was I did communications during my JC, at Golden West. I was communications, because I don't know what I wanted. I didn't really know what I wanted in film. I felt like I was in I don't know, I don't know how to describe it. I was in a cloud and I didn't know what I wanted. I don't know if I wanted to be an AD. The longest time I wanted to be an assistant director. I was I don't know if I could do this. It's just not my thing. I was oh, I should be a producer. I should be a sound guy. I was literally I feel like I was clouded. I didn't know where to go. And then, I worked on a couple movies with my uncle, and I was hey, I'm trying to understand what I like. And I did multiple positions, and I was I think directing's my thing. And we did our first film with Fidelity, and I was okay, no, this is my thing. Mm-hmm. So I think it took actual working to actually feel what I really wanted to do, because I didn't know. I was, for a long time that I was going to college, I had no idea what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. I was just stuck, and I was okay, I guess I'm just gonna roll the tide, roll the wave, and then I'll figure it out. Okay. So yeah, it took time. It wasn't don't be nervous if you're in college. You're oh, I don't know what I want to do, because I didn't know what I want to do. I was at JC for 2.5 years, mm-hmm. and then I was oh, I'm gonna do film. So nice. Just take your time. It'll hit you, and you're oh, this is what I want to do. Yeah. So yeah.
You mentioned working on projects with your uncle. Mm-hmm. What were those projects like, and what were your roles in those?
I did a lot. As a kid, he always brought me on set to really involve me to understand I wasn't really doing anything crazy. I was just doing simple stuff, But then he brought me on set for one shoot called Jacob Ladder. It was in Atlanta, and it was a reshoot. So it wasn't even the actual movie. I was just there for 3 days just to understand it, and I was a PA. And I was 17, so I'm not even he has the connects. He's the producer, so he could do whatever he wants. He put me on there. I fell in love. I was oh my God, I need to do this every day of my life. And I did it, and it was the same location as Stranger Things, nice. Hawkins Lab. So that was really cool to be on a set, and they sent me to the basement to go clean stuff up, and I was this is not, I don't want to do this. And it's asylum too, and it was old an asylum, so I was really nervous to be there. But it's just so cool, and after that I really just fell in love, and after that he just kept putting me on projects, ISS, and then Bone Lake, and it just kept going from there, It's like an addiction, honestly. Once you're on the set, you just never want to leave. You're just this is so cool. Mm-hmm. You learn how movies are made, and it's kind of this is so cool. It takes away the magic a little bit, because then you're oh, that's how that's made. Horror films, I'm numb. I watch a horror film, I'm this is nothing. Right. I know how they did that. So I guess it takes away the magic a little bit, but it's also so feels different. It's oh my God, that's how that was made. That's how this was made. It's you're just you get overwhelmed. You're this is so cool. Mm-hmm. It's just this is how many people it takes to make a film. Mm. So I don't know. I get so amazed each time I go on a film set.
Nice. So, you mentioned the project Infidelity.
Yeah.
What were some of those things that led eventually to that project and you starting on it?
Oh my God, I don't know. I feel it's I never. Okay, so my friend Victor, he's like one of my like closest friends. Like I have like a group of best friends, I call it. He was telling me, dude, you need to write a project. I'm like, I didn't have like the confidence to write it. He's like, you need to write it, dude. Like, come on, like we all like he's written it and like he's written projects and he's done them and like I haven't done it and I wanted to, you know. And he's like, just do it. And I was like, I don't know if I could do it. Like I was just nervous.
Yeah.
And I finally did it. Oh my god, it was a cluster. Like it was. I didn't know what I was doing because like I'm new to this. I've never created a script. I've read a script. I never created one. I never made a shot list. I didn't even have a shot list for this movie. Like I was so like out of my like comfort. I was camera operating. I've never camera operated before. Like I've seen them operate. I've like helped camera operate, but I've never done it myself. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this the whole film camera op myself. And that's such a mistake. And I was like, I wish I had more people. And then he brought on Ronnie, and I was like, oh my god. And that's why I started getting closer to Ronnie like during that movie. But yeah, no, like it was honestly just him telling me you should try it, and I tried it, and look now. I'm so happy I did because every year we're doing movies, and it makes us better. So yeah, no, it's great.
You mentioned Victor, you mentioned Ronnie, and a few other friends that I've gotten to meet from working with your guys' projects. How did you guys all come to meet? Because I know Victor and I met him through coaching, but how did that circle start?
So believe it or not, it was my ex that introduced me to Victor because that's her friend, and then me to my other friend Josh. But Miguel and Ronnie, they were Vic's friends. Or I mean, Miguel's Vic's brother, Ronnie is Vic's friend, and that's how I met the whole crew. To be honest, and it's like crazy. He's like, wow, it's like I have these group of film friends, and it came from someone unexpected. And it's ever since then it's been nonstop like a snowball. Like we just every year we're making movies, and we're not stopping, and I don't plan on stopping either. So yeah, that's how we met.
Yeah,
and it's been great. So yeah.
I think it's cool to see being a part of like the movies that I've been a part of, and even going to your guys' film festival you had last fall. It's cool because you guys all promote each other's stuff, and then you guys all continue to work on each other's stuff, whether it's acting, right, or whether it's like an AD role or AP role. And so that I really admire because I think there's power in community. Yes. And I'm a big music fan, and so like hip hop groups, I always think of like Odd Future or Wu-Tang, and there's these groups that come up together as a group and they succeed individually as well. But I think there's power community versus like trying to do it on your own or coming up as a solo act.
Yep. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
It's like, we started off so small. Like our crew was like, Infidelity was like, I think 10 or 15 people. And then you move on to Tape Man, you have a 20 to 30 person crew. And then you got Don Abel, was friggin', you were there. There's like 40 to 50 people there, like on a crew. It's like our community just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And I like it because like I want to know, OC has such a small community of film people. LA's like, you meet everyone's film there, right? Here, it's like hard to find them. But when you start finding them, it's like your network, it's even more and more and more because they know someone, they know someone, they know someone. And it's like, oh my God, this is so great because I don't know the community of OC. I barely see it. So I try to post on TikTok to get people to see it because I want to meet more people that are in the film industry here because, driving to LA, gas, kind of hard to bring everyone over there.
Right.
So it's cool to make them here, And there is a community. It's just, you got to find it. So hopefully someone sees it here.
Yeah. So if you can, take me through each project, right? Infidelity, Tape Man, and even more of your recent work, and explain not so much the process, but like the biggest differences you can look back and say, oh man, like that was my beginning, and then I made a big leap here, and I made a big leap even more here.
Yeah, man, that's great because like I feel like every movie we've learned so much on. Like Infidelity was like, I would say like the seed, right? There's so many things that went wrong there, and I learned, and I was like, okay, I need to go fix this on Tape Man. And it starts with the script, right? Like how much detail there is, and kind of understanding each role that you want to create on the script. And after that, you create like a shot list. I didn't have a shot list for Infidelity. It was nothing. It was a nothing list, to be honest. And that's why it took so long to do the shots. Like I was just like struggling because I didn't know what I wanted to do on the day of, and like everyone was just waiting for me. I was like, oh God, this is embarrassing. After that, Tape Man happened. Tape Man was, I don't know what happened there. I went from doing an 8-minute short to a 45-minute short. I was like, what am I doing right now? But it happened, and Miguel helped me on that one. That was like a big help because that was such a large script, and I didn't really understand how to, I guess, write it, right? And Miguel helped, and he helped a lot on that script. And, that was like 8 days of shooting, and that one actually had a shot list. And there are some days we took longer, some days we didn't, but it's really all about like prepping that shot list and studying it. And I guess talking to your DP as well and your camera operators, because if you talk to them about the shot list, they can be ready too, not just you. And especially with the DP for the lighting, you really want to like give them the shot list so they could get what they need like ready, I guess. And after Tape Man, there was still moments in Tape Man where we went wrong. Like the stunts didn't work well. So then the stunts took so long. That's when I realized for the next film, Stalker, I was like, I need to make sure that if there's any stunts, like we have them prepped. I told the actors about them, and then they got them down, so that was good. And then we had a stilts walker in Stalker. So that's my friend Ivan. He walked on stilts as the creature, and that went well. Like there's nothing wrong there. And I was like, okay, that's great. The shot list went well. We shot it really fast. And the second day of Stalker, because it was a 2-day shoot, we finished like 3 hours early. And on Tape Man, we never finished early.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm picking it up fast. I'm picking it up fast. For Dancing Lady, it's a little bit different. It was a body cam film, so there's no really setup, like that much setup. But there was a lot of like prep, like a lot of prep. Like I looked up the different types of like how I want the girl to look, and I texted Ivan, like we were calling each time an Armin 2 because we made it look so good. It's supposed to look like an abandoned school, like that was used as storage. And I think just like after every film, there was always something that went wrong. Like for Dancing Lady, I think the thing that went wrong was, I think the gunshots, they just didn't look as good as I wanted them to. But now I know for the next one, I'm like, okay, I just need to prep the gunshots better, you know? So I just feel like now it's like there's small things that I'm learning. Like I feel like I learned a lot of stuff in the beginning films. And now it's like all these small little details like, oh my God, like I wish this guy sounded better or this line was different. So now I know to look at these small little details more before I start the next project. So, you know, the next project I'm going to write, I'm like, okay, I need to focus on this, and send it to more people to read instead of just like a couple people. I want to send to like 5 or 10 people and I get their feedback, and then like I fix it after that. So, yeah, there's a long process. It's like it's not like simple, you know. It's like there's the like Miguel's for Don Abel. If you see how he did his like prep, it's crazy. Like he studied so much. And it came out good, right? So I feel like for me, like I do study, but not as detailed as Miguel. And I want to try to reach to a point where I study that, like, I guess, like area that I want to write a lot, and then I write it. But I just get lazy sometimes, and I get eager. Like I just want to write it, finish it. You know, I get too excited about some of the films I do. I'm just like, I just want to do it now. So yeah, that's how it goes. You know?
Do you have a favorite genre to make? I know you made Stalker and the Tape Man, but do you have a favorite genre?
Horror. It's always horror film. Like I don't think I would get mad if or like be like hesitant to do another genre. But I think I'm just so comfortable with horror that I do want to try something else. Like I want to go to comedy next and try that out and see what I could do with it. I think I'm willing to try anything, to be honest. It's just more about, can I write it? You know, I think I could write a comedy because, you know, I'm pretty funny. But I don't know if I could write a romance or a drama. Maybe I can. I haven't tried, but you never know. So I mean, that's definitely something I want to write in the future. I think right now I'm just on this horror high right now, and I just keep going and going. But I think after this, I want to switch to a comedy. So yeah.
What makes the horror genre click for you?
I don't know. It's like when I grew up, that's a lot of the films I watched was horror. And then like the first set I was ever on was a horror film. And my uncle put me in a horror film, Eat 2. I was like one of the family members that got killed.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess, and I met like a horror villain too when I was growing up. So it was just like, I don't know. I think that's what really clicked. And I just, ever since then, I keep watching them, and I could watch them go to sleep. Some people like, they're like scared to go to sleep, or like they like can't walk in the dark. I'm fine. I think there's something wrong, but I literally can watch Conjuring, go to bed, fine. Like I could walk in the dark. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But horror films, definitely. Yeah.
You mentioned The Conjuring. Do you have a favorite horror film of all time?
Yeah. That's hard, honestly.
Or top like 3, 5, maybe.
I don't know. I mean, I love The Conjuring. Like that universe was so good. You know, I think number 1 and 2, for sure. Like they're in my top 5. I don't know what it is. That one actually made me like scared. Straight up. Like I actually, when I was a kid watching that, I would literally walk and I'd have a flashlight. Like I had a nightlight. I was so scared of that. That movie was like a lot. Especially the second one, The Nun. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, that Alien Romulus is another one. That was a great one. That's like a good, solid horror movie, especially for this generation, because a lot of this generation of horror films suck, in my opinion. There's not many that are good anymore, because it's all about like factory film. They want to make horror films fast and make money, and it works. You know, they'll make a horror film for like $5 million and it'll make like 25, and it's totally like just bad.
Yeah.
Terrible. And I really hope I could change that. I want to get in there and just give you guys horror films that are actually scary.
Yeah.
And this is, I think, Dancing Lady is like the first horror film that really I've made that's actual horror. You know, Stalker and Tate Man wasn't really horror film; it's just like a thriller. But Dancing Lady, like I just posted a still. It looks very terrifying. So I think I did a good job there.
Okay. So if you can give us like a preview or a commercial kind of about the Dancing Lady and what it's about.
Oh, I mean, it's basically, if you ever heard of the Serbian Dancing Lady, it's a folklore in Serbia, and basically she is like, I can't even say it, I'm not even gonna try to say it. It's like the Hispanic version, I can't say it.
La Reina? Or, sorry, not La Reina.
I can't say it. I don't like saying it because I can't do it right.
Oh, La Sirena?
No, the other one, La Llorona. Like, I
La
can't.
Llorona.
See,
Okay,
they're going to make fun of me. But yeah, I can't say, but it's like that version, but for Serbia, and she dances in the middle of the night. Like, you see like a couple of kids coming out of the club, 2 a.m., she's dancing there, just like really weirdly, and she kills them, like when they go up to her. So in this case, I did an inspiration from that. It's like 2 security guards. It's all body cam. There's no other angle. Body cam horror film, basically, of the security guards that walk into a school and they run into her. And do they survive? I don't know. You gotta find out. But it's terrifying. The girl, she did such a good job. I was so impressed with her work. Kimmy, her name's Kimmy. Such a good job. Like I asked for something and I got 10 times that. Like I didn't expect her to go above and beyond and create such a scary character, because she looks really scary, and like the footage itself, just like, oh my god, I made that. Like, I don't even know. Like, it's like everyone just came together, and it was such an art heavy movie. So before, it just looked like a regular school, like everyone's going there, and it looked like an abandoned storage facility after that. And I'm like, how did he do that so well? Because it looked really good. I was very impressed with the work, and I think it's like the best art we've ever had. Because like we don't really have art heavy films, but this is so art heavy, and it was so good. So I'm very happy with it, and the editing's going great, and she sounds creepy, looks creepy, so yeah.
How did you even find the story of the Serbian Dancing Lady?
TikTok.
Yeah?
Believe it or not, like I heard the sound on TikTok all the time, and I was like, I need to look into this. I looked into it, and I just like, oh my god, this is freaking weird. I was like, it's not been made, so I was like, let me try to do a story, and it was literally a 3-minute story. It's like 3 minutes. It's a micro short. I've never done one. I want to try it. And this was my micro short. So it's like, it really goes by so quick. It's just like, oh my God, that was fast. And yeah, I like I said, I've done a short. I've done a long short. And I've done, a regular short. And then now I was like, let me try a micro short. So I did it. Came out well. So yeah, that's it. I love it. I'm so excited to keep going.
Through your projects and even just working on other people's projects, what would you say are some of the tougher obstacles that you face in the industry?
Like in my personal projects, or like in like,
let's say your personal projects first. Yeah.
I would say honestly, it's finding people. It's like it's kind of hard, I guess, when you're not doing it anymore. Like, okay, the students, they're surrounded by many people that want to do it. But for us, like, our network is talking to the students, and it's kind of harder because they're so busy and they're doing their own projects. And I would say that's the hardest thing, is just like, especially OC, right? I don't really like finding actors is not easy, and then finding crew. I don't think finding crew is so hard anymore, but I would say finding actors. You could always go on like oh my god, what is it called? There's a website. I think it's Backlist. Okay. I forgot what it's called, but there's a website, and it's you could put your stuff on there. But it's not always guaranteed you're going to find someone right away. So I would say, yeah, just finding people to, work on your projects. That's it. I think that's like the biggest one for me is trying to find someone. Because when I was trying to find someone for Dancing Lady, I didn't find someone until like 2 weeks before. And I was like, oh no. I was getting nervous. I was like, I can't find someone. And I was like, okay, I'm going to have to really dig deep. And I was lucky we did the film festival, the 48-hour film festival. And I found someone. I was like, okay, that's great. And she did good.
Beautiful.
So yeah.
I know you have Paracore Studios. What was the reasoning behind like the name and everything that you created with that?
So a long time ago, like I just wanted to, I was like, should I make an account? And I was always saying that I want to make an account. I want to make an account for my stuff. And it never happened. And I was like, okay, so paracord, like I love like survival stuff, hiking stuff, and paracord, right? There's paracord rope. And paracord rope could be used for anything. You could use to like make a knife. You could use it to make it's like literally a very useful like tool. And like then I thought of paracord, and that's kind of like paracord is like, oh, we could do anything. We could do media, we could do photography, video, like, and it became Pure Media at first, and I was just focusing on posting random videos of just like scenery and stuff like that. But I was like, no, I need to turn a different direction. So then I went to Paracore Studios, and that's when I started posting all this film content, behind the scenes, like literally anything film related on that page. And now it's like, I'm just trying to grow it. I tried posting a lot of different BTS of different films. Like when I go out to like different countries to do like the stuff I do with my uncle, I post like BTS of that and this and that, just anything film. And yeah, that's where it really came along. And now like everyone, Victor has a page, my friend Josh has a page, and now Ronnie has a page. Like we all have pages now. We're just trying to really grow and show everyone what we do. And that's the goal.
Yeah. So what do you get from, because you mentioned, like you said, Ronnie and Miguel and Victor, because I know you help out with their projects as well in different roles. What do you gain from some of those experiences as well?
Oh man, so many. I mean, it's mostly Miguel and Victor. They do a lot of the projects, and Ronnie's trying to do one too. Josh, he just likes working on them. He's just like, I want to work on them. He's like, can you write another one? I was like, yeah, of course. But yeah, it's, oh my God, there's so much. Like, you learn a lot on everyone's projects. Like Victor, or for Don Abel, like, that was a very, like, what's it called? I'm forgetting the word, but it was a lot of work, but it was so much to learn on that project. Like I told you, like Miguel studied so much. He put so much research into the project. He watched all these movies to make sure he got the core of what he wanted. Like he knew what he wanted. He knew what he wanted to get shot. And we freaking shot in Mexico. Like,
yeah,
that's crazy. Like, who would have thought you make a short film in Mexico? Like, a part of it. I'm just like, that's crazy. Like, they just, like I said, they put a lot of detail into it. And I think for this one, it was honestly just scheduling. Like, that's what I learned because I was the AD on this project. And I was like, Miguel's like, I want to do this many shots in a day. I was like, that's going to be hard. But he's like, we could do it. I was like, all right, let's do it. So I think that's one thing, is this kind of like going with the flow. That's like one thing I learned on the Don Abel project. It's like, we could do it. Like, it's hard, but I mean, it's the never say never, right? It's not impossible. So we did it, and it, like I said, just scheduling. Like I've never had to do that myself. Like when I do my films, I say, hey, we're gonna shoot this day. But since Miguel had so much more shots, I had to schedule it. And I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be hard, especially with the time frame we have. So I was like, okay, I gotta schedule like that. And I was keeping him on check. I was like, Miguel, we got this much time. We got this much time. I never had to do that because I never, when I'm AD on other projects like Victor's docs, there's not much to AD there. Like we're gonna interview, that's it, boom, right? But this one's like, Miguel, we gotta do this, we gotta do this. Hurry, 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 hurry. Get it. Everyone's like, hey guys, we gotta go. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's it. I think it taught me a lot about like, I don't even know what to say. Like just. I can't get my hands on my mouth on what I want to say. Like it's just like it taught me a lot on how to work with people more and how to understand a schedule, on a film set, because it's a lot more intense than you think. So it's like imagine 200 shots in one day. Oof. It's like how you do that, but we did it.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it. Just you learn a lot about patience. Then yeah.
Has there been a favorite project that wasn't one of your own that you've been a part of? I know you mentioned a few.
Like personal or like
from your groups. Yeah,
from my groups.
From your people that you've worked with, whether it's Victor's, Miguel's, Josh's.
Don Abel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Don Abel 100%. Because like it's like we got to go to Mexico and explore. And like, at first when I first learned about Mexico, I was watching these shows. Narcos, so I was like, I'm kind of scared. And Narcos is not even in Mexico, but it's like cartel stuff. Yeah. And I was telling Victor, I was like, we're good, right? He's like, dude, I promise. And then like it's so sad. Like there's a depiction of Mexico or just like Latin countries in general. It's just like they're scary, but no, you go and like they're just chill people. Yeah. Like there's like obviously there's cartel somewhere, but like not everywhere. They paint it so bad. And I was there. I was like, this is so cool. I want to go back. Like that's how much I loved it. And like that's why I love Don Abel so much. Like I feel like I learned so much culture, and that's what I love about doing these other movies with my uncle. He takes me to different countries, and I learn more about their culture. And it's just cool. Like I was like, oh my God. I was like. Culture shocked almost. So it's like I go and like this lady invites us into her house to eat, and like we kind of don't know her. Yeah. I was like, this is crazy. Like they're just so like respectful, and they're caring, very nurturing people. And so yeah, I never forget about the trip. It just I learned so much, had so much fun, and I was with my friends. So yeah, no, it was beautiful. Okay. I would go back. So,
beautiful. Yeah. Do you remember what like state or part of Mexico it was?
Yeah. So it was Mascote in Jalisco. Okay. And it was Yerba Buena. There's two separate towns we were at.
Okay.
Yerba Buena was so beautiful. It was like a little town. They have like raicilla farms, different types of like agriculture, and it's so like calm. Like everyone there just lives
Yeah.
some simple life. Like they don't care about all these fancy things,
Mm-mm.
and different like. I don't know. I just like wow. I want to live like that.
Yeah.
They're not stressed. Everyone looks young.
Yeah.
So it's just like, wow, I want to live like that.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, no, 100%. Like that's why I say I want to go back
Okay.
because I would go back.
Yeah.
And the mom's like, you should come with us again. Let's have vacation this time. Don't work. I was like, yes, I'll go.
Nice.
So yeah.
Okay. A question I like to ask creatives is how do you juggle the balance of, yes, there's these long-term goals that I really want to achieve because that's will define like success, but then how do you also appreciate the small wins and appreciate the process of you actually doing and pursuing your dreams?
Well, I mean, like it's cool. Like, for example, like we do these festivals. I win festivals, right? It's like you also have to think of like I could do more. It's like okay, it's cool to win, but like I need to keep going. Like I don't want to stop until I get to my final goal, which is directing a feature film. That is my final goal. Is like someone notices me. Like Universal. I don't know anyone. A company takes a chance. Like I love all these achievements that I got, and I'm very proud of myself because it's not easy. It's like you put a lot of time, effort, like money into these goals, and you get your wins. There's festival wins. There's people telling you how much they like it, and that feels great. But at the end of the day, it's like I gotta keep pushing, and I don't want to stop pushing. I feel like it drives me even more because like okay, no one noticed this one. All right, that's fine. Next one. Like I still did it. People watched it. They loved it. I got wins. But it didn't get noticed enough. I was like, I got to do something even more unique. And then, I attend these film festivals too. Sometimes I go watch them online or in person. I'm like, okay, that's what they did different. That's how they won. That's how someone noticed them. And it's like, that's literally it. I feel like that's my drive. I see all these young filmmakers and they're getting there. And like, they did something unique. Something that was like, oh, that's different, That's what I got to do. I got to, have different, ideas, and that's creating, right? You're gonna win, you're gonna lose, but you can't give up. It's gonna be hard. You're gonna have moments where you're just like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore because like you're not, you don't feel like you're getting there. But there are directors out there that started, and they didn't get a role till 40. They didn't get there. Like it just takes time. And I'm not saying it's gonna be like everyone's gonna be like that. Just some people it's harder, and some people it's not harder. It's the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
It's all about network in film. So the more you make, the more people notice it, right? You have so much on your slate, right? And then it's the same with James Cameron. He said, go pick up a camera and film with your friends. It doesn't matter your budget, doesn't matter what type of camera, doesn't matter the actors. You're making it. No one else doing it, Like some people can't even, they're too scared.
Yeah.
Just do it. And it's not going to hurt. It's going to be money, cool, but money comes back.
Right.
But your time doesn't. So just go out and film. That's honestly my thing. Like I always know there's going to be another film out there, and I just keep going. And that's like, I always keep that in mind with when I'm making these ones. So yeah, that's it.
I think that's the beauty in the expansion of technology and the accessibility of it. Because I even think like of podcasts, right? I used to listen to radio, but let's just say 30 years ago, right, in the 80s and 90s, to be on the radio, you had to like know somebody to know somebody because there was only so many radio stations. And, I'm sure movies is the same way, right? There's only so many companies. And now I feel like there's the expansion because everyone can get even the latest technology of smartphone, and they have really high-tech cameras, or just even other film cameras are more accessible. So I do think it's cool to see more independent artists, independent directors as yourself, and these other different outlets typically that don't always come from the mainstream, 5 or 6 media companies that control everything.
Yeah, no, it's such a cool thing to see indies becoming so like big now. It's like with the whole Netflix thing, them buying, Warner Brothers. Sucks. It's not helpful for us for film. But that's when indie strives because all these big companies are buying each other out. So indie companies got to come up and be like, all right, we got to make something cool. Something that's like different from them. So it's cool. Yeah, I mean, indie film is like so underrated.
Yeah.
Don't be wrong. There are some indie films where I was like, oh, what was that? Like, come on, man, you got to
course.
go better than that. But I think it's important that indie doesn't die. Because if it's not, then you're gonna have all these companies that make their films, and they don't care. They just want money. They don't care about the story. They want a factory film, like that's Netflix. Just factory making. Just shooting the films towards your way, and you're like, oh, that was so good. I'm like, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
They're just giving it to you. They're feeding it to you. But yeah, no, that's it.
What? Because we've talked about this before earlier, right, in the podcast, and we're touching on it now. But what do you think needs to change in Hollywood or in the film industry for them to stray away from these kind of like force-fed movies, whether it's built on nostalgia or they're remaking a lot of movies that have been already remade? What needs to change, I think, in your opinion?
I don't know. That's hard. I mean, it starts with us, the consumer, right? I mean, people go watch movies. It's you guys. If you go watch them, then that's you're feeding them. They're oh, I'm getting money.
Right.
It's all about. And I'm not really saying a boycott, but it's like kind of like review bombing, I guess. Like I don't even think that does anything because they make money because you watched it. I would say it really does just start with us, like not going to watch their movie. That's not really bad, but a lot of people don't really, I think that deep into it. They just want entertainment. They're gonna go with their girlfriend to go watch, and that's not bad. But I think it's just sucks. Like they just don't care about what they make. It's just they just release it even though it's bad. And I think it's up to the indie people to go and make them. Like Markiplier with his movie that came out, Iron Lung.
Oh, yeah.
That was like a $4 million budget, self-funded, and it's $24 million now. Or 34, I can't remember the number now. So he made it by himself, had no studio backing, had no ability to really even have confidence to make something like this. And he did it. He called all of his fans. He's like, let's make a film. And I want you guys to call every single person from your theater. Like, call your theaters and tell them about this movie.
Oh,
and it worked.
damn.
Because he released to 3,000 theaters. Our film got like 1,500 theaters opening. Like, that's crazy. Like, we're a big studio, and we don't even get to that many screens. And he got to almost 4,000.
Wow.
And he's just a YouTuber. And that's so cool that he did it. Because look, like he made a dream come true. And now he wants to do more. And I like that. Like, I'm not going to say his movie was absolutely terrible because I watched it, but it just wasn't like so grand. That it's because not what I expected.
Yeah.
But I can't. It's indie. I have to support him. Like, he did it by himself with no studio, and he didn't even expect. He wasn't even getting any theaters until he started calling the theaters and telling them, and everyone just fell for it, and it worked because all the fans went to go watch it. All his loyal fans went, and he made his money back and more.
Dang.
So I think that's what it is. Like, it's who you are and how much passion you have for a project. He has like 40 million subscribers. Those fans are gonna go watch the movie. So
Is there any particular indie movies that have really stood out to you in recent years?
I mean, I can't even say A24 because they're not indie anymore. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, no. Nothing's really like, I can't think on top of my head. But yeah, no. If it was, it would literally. Oh, you know what? Yes. Oh my God, I can't remember. It's a horror film from a dog's perspective.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Dang.
You guys, if you look it up, you'll find it right away. But it was so popular.
Yeah.
It was about the dog basically saw the ghost. You're seeing the horror, like the poltergeist, the supernatural entity from the dog's view. So scary. Like, I actually was like, okay, this was done well, right? And the dog was not an actor, so it was the director and the wife. They filmed the whole thing with like a couple other crew members. It took 3 years to film because the dog's not an actor.
Yeah.
So he would just
God.
getting distracted with all these little things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that very, very good.
Okay.
Like, that's a solid. I can't remember the name though. But oh man, I was scared. They did a good job making a very creepy story, creepy creature, and like you're just seeing everything from like really low. Like, you're just this high, so the camera's like looking up and just sees this creature. I'm just like,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was good. I
Okay.
forgot about that one. Yeah, that one's good.
Okay.
100%. Look it up.
All right.
Look up dog horror film. You'll find it.
So after your most recent project, Dancing Lady, what's in store for you? What are some things that you have lined up that you want to work on?
I really want to do a comedy, but I think it's really just how I feel. Like, sometimes I'll just be like in the shower. I'm like, I'm gonna write this right now, and I'll start writing. But if it's a comedy, it's my head is set on IBS robber, and what it is basically a robber who has IBS, and he has to. Yeah, it's fun. It's just basically he has to go to the bathroom mid robbery.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go well, and the cops try to stop him, and he just ends up blowing up on the cops. So they force the poop out of him. And that's the awkward robber. That's going to be called the awkward robber, but that's my idea for the comedy.
Okay.
And then if I don't do that one, it's a VHS horror film. And that one's more like, I think, kind of like stylistic. Like, that'll be like my kind of like I guess a stylistic movie choice would be like that with that one. It's like a VHS horror based on a guy who moves into like a really cheap house and is like, why is it so cheap? Well, that's because it's haunted. But it's haunted by a VHS tape that he uses. And he's not supposed to use it, and he uses it, and it goes wrong. So there's that one. But that's like later down the year. The comedy one's gonna happen sooner. So yeah.
Is there anything you do, whether it's eat, drink, to help you get into creative space?
No. I literally it's just like a tick. Like I don't even know how to explain it. Like I'll be in the shower or like I'll just be like brushing my teeth or I'm with my friends or out or like eating. And then like we just start talking. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start writing in my notes. I write in my notes, I get home, type it out. You know, I don't finish the script like in a day, but let's like I get like 2 pages done a day. And then like, you know, if I'm really in it, I'll go 5 pages. It just depends on my mood, I guess. But yeah, nothing triggers it beside. It's just I feel like it's random. It's like you're craving it or something. Yeah. You know?
Well, I'm assuming then you've always been a creative and you've always had those thoughts since you were a kid.
Yeah, no, I've always been like that. Like I feel like I was just a nerd. Like always like thinking of different stories and like, you know, like, oh, what did this happen? What did this happen? What did this happen? So yeah, no, it's always been there.
Okay.
I just never know how to express it.
Yeah.
Now I know how to express it. So yeah, it's cool.
That's beautiful. Well, a few more questions before we wrap things up on the podcast. A couple quick hitter questions that I like to ask people before we wrap things up. First question, if you can go to any place in the world, where would you want to go and why?
Oh, wow. I've always wanted to go to Japan. Never been, and it just looks so beautiful. The culture, you know, the people, I guess like how much respect they have. Like it just looks so like cool. Like a lot of my video games like that I play, you know, like just give me that vibe. I'm just like, and I really respect their culture in general. Like I've always liked reading about samurai. Just always like, you know, I love ramen. I feel like from there it's gonna be really good. So yeah, I don't know. I've always enjoyed like the vibe they have. Very cyberpunkish, you know. Yeah. It just looks cool. Very neon. So nice. Japan.
Okay. If you could talk to any person or people, if you want to list multiple people, that's fine too. But if you could talk to any people, dead or alive, who would you want to talk to the most?
Oh my God, that's hard. I mean, Nolan, like always been that. Like it's just like his movies. Like I watched almost all of them, and I've always been like inspired by it. Like how he does. Like it never leaves your brain. Like for me, like I've never like forgot a Nolan movie or just like, oh my God, like forgot a scene. Like every single time I watch a movie or hear the score, it sticks with me. Like it's like kind of unforgettable like movie. And I always want to know like how did he start? Like what did he do when he was growing up? When he was like 18, 19? Like what was he just picking up a camera like me? Yeah. What was he doing? You know, was he not even filming until like 30? Like I don't know. But yeah, it's just like I want to know what he did, you know, and how he did things, I guess. And I guess another one would be like my grandpa. I never met him. And I feel like, you know, the way my parents talk about him or like my family, like he was such a cool person. I never got to meet him. And like I wonder if like I had if he was there in my life, like what would be different, you know? Would it be something more, something less? Like I don't know. So I think that'd be cool. Okay. But yeah, that's like the first two people that came to mind is grandpa and Nolan. Nice. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite movie snack or something to drink while you watch a movie?
Ooh, obviously popcorn. I mean, who can't like popcorn's the number one movie snack, but you know, I like, you know, bringing my snacks in my bag. I usually always have a chip, like my favorite chip. Okay. And then I'll have my favorite candy. So like my favorite chips would be like hot Cheetos. Can I get enough of those? And candy, I'll have like some Nerds clusters or like the chewy ropes or whatever. Okay. Drink, not really, because I don't want to, that's so much like calories already. Yeah. I don't want to add a drink to the mix. So I was like, I just do water. Gotcha. You know, ice cold water though. Like I'd be like ice, and then like water to the top. And it tastes great. So, yeah. Okay.
When was the last movie that made you cry?
Oh man, I don't think any. No, I don't. Interstellar. I watched it. I rewatched it when it came out. Yeah. To the theaters. Watched it at 70mm IMAX, and I cried. Dang. Yeah, hearing that score like in that big theater, I don't know what it does. It's even double in that theater, because you know, watching at home on the TV is fine, but like, oh my God, there is like vibrating in your ears. I'm like, this is hitting me hard. So yeah, I would say that film.
Okay. And then last question, if you could give any advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Don't give up, because you know I said this before earlier, but you know it feels like you do want to give up, because it's a hard, very hard, you know, industry. You know, there's so much negativity that comes out of it. You know, people hate each other. You know, it's like this movie sucks. But he's just saying that because like he doesn't like you or something. You know, and you just feel like your movie's not going anywhere. You know, you just feel like, are you gonna make it? Like you see everyone else doing it and they're making it, but how come you're not? And I had that moment where I was like, it's like I see people and they're doing it and they're making it, and then like I'm just still like trying to make it, and you're gonna be like, I should just give up. Should I keep doing it? I'm like, no, because you've done so much already, and you have to look at all those wins.
Yeah.
You know, I ignored the wins in that mindset. I was like, oh, I haven't done anything, and then no, I did a lot. Like no one could just say, oh, I made a movie yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you made a movie. Like you should be proud. Like it's not easy to gather troops and make a movie. I just don't give up. Like for anyone in any industry, like don't, if you have something you love and you're passionate, why are you gonna give up? It's hard, but you're gonna, once you do it, the success that happens, like in your body feels happy. Like you did it. You finally did. Like you made it. And I feel like whenever I finally do like get that role, like I feel like I'll cry. 100%. It's not easy to, you know, always like you make a movie, then like nothing happens to it. But you know, you're getting these wins like we talked about earlier, but nothing's happening to it.
Yeah.
But I feel like I just don't give up. That's like I keep saying it, but just like I think a lot of people get scared and nervous and they feel like lonely. But no, there's a lot of people like everyone I know is like trying to do this, trying to be in this industry. And they, you know, it's like, are we going to make it? Like, yeah, you are. Just keep pushing. Have a lot of passion. The more passion you have, the better you get.
Yeah.
So I would say just don't give up.
Beautifully said.
Thanks.
Before we go ahead and share where people can find, you know, your social medias, any projects that you have out on streaming or anywhere they can go watch and so on and so forth.
Oh, yeah. So it's Paracore Studios is my Instagram. You can find that on YouTube or Instagram. TikTok is That One Film Bro. And that's more like personal. Like I post like other videos on there as well. And then I'm going to do a podcast too.
Yes.
That's going to be all film related. So if you love film, anything, like literally anything, film budgets, actors, you know, freaking budget sheets, like literally anything, it's going to be on that podcast. It's called What's on the Slate podcast. There's an Instagram and there's a YouTube for it. We start filming end of the month.
Nice.
And that'll be up there and you'll be able to see all the fun stuff we talk about, you know, what we just talked about. And yeah, guys, just don't give up.
Beautiful. Awesome. So, yeah. Appreciate you again, Nate.
Yeah.